Today, let's talk about how society quietly trains you to accept things you never chose. Mhm. Behaviors once questioned, they can become tolerated, then normalized, then finally invisible as moral issues. You know, now whether one calls it sin, harm, vice, or dysfunction, repeated acceptance can slowly rewrite what a culture considers ordinary. You know, every generation inherits standards, then it challenges them, and then it passes the revised standards forward. So, if a harmful behavior is tolerated long enough, and I mean a harmful behavior like corruption, eh, cruelty, dishonesty, addiction, neglect, abuse of power, I mean, name them, it can lose its stigma. The next generation may see it not as wrong, but as common. Then you add a reward on it. If it is rewarded socially or economically, it may even now be celebrated. You know, now eventually, later generations may not recognize the original ethical concern at all. They only know the environment they were born into. What was once shocking becomes background noise. You know, and this happens because humans adapt. Repetition dulls sensitivity. If children grow up watching something constantly excused, joked about, glamorized, or left unchallenged, it can feel normal. However, the same process can happen in reverse. What one generation tolerated, violence, discrimination, cruelty, silence around abuse, I mean, again, name them, a later generation may reject and correct. Cultural drift is not always decay. Sometimes it is progress. You know, psychologically, moral perception is shaped by modeling and reinforcement. People learn from family, from their peers, from media, from institutions, and incentives. If harmful behavior appears beneficial and consequence free, normalization increases. If empathy, accountability, and truth are modeled, then healthier norms will spread. You know, and language also matters. Once harmful acts are renamed with softer labels, conscience often weakens. You know, spiritually, societies can lose moral clarity when comfort outranks truth. You know, but conscience rarely disappears completely. Even when cultures normalizes something unhealthy, individuals still feel inner friction. And renewal often begins with people willing to see clearly again. You know, the task is not merely condemning the next generation, but examining what we are currently excusing. Because every generation thinks the next one ruined everything. While quietly, they are not holding themselves accountable. They are forgetting the strange chaos their generation invented first. You know, in short, what a generation tolerates can become normal for the next and invisible for the one after. Repetition shapes morality. Yet the same mechanism can also create progress. So, the real responsibility is to distinguish between evolving values and normalized harm. Then model what should endure. You know, my people, hail. Hmm? Hail.